Kali is the mother goddess, terrible, tender, and divine. She is the mystic mother of all sacrifice to whom all gifts of life and death are finally offered. Like the mother of the Indian joint family, Kali, whose creation and child the cosmos is, represents the prince of law and continuity. She embodies a feminine world of space and time in which hers is a participating presence amidst the flux of confluent forces. Her love and compassion are one sided. She is the mystic mother of all sacrifice. She has a power above time and duration. All the other love relationships based on kinship, friendship, and social obligation flow from reciprocity. But hers alone can afford to be unilateral, because in her are fused the multiple forms which the soul assumes. This is illustrated by many names and attributes associated with the goddess Uma Haimavadi, Ambika Parvati, Girija Sambhavi, and Kali Mageshwari. The hymn addressed to her is itself a choric song of worship. Maidens and brides, mothers and widows, artisans and peasants, victors and vanquished, scholars, priests, poets, and patriots all offer their devotion and invoke her glory and grace. Sarojini Naidu captures in this poem the Hindu ideal of fusion by observing a simple and direct relationship between the folk reverence for the mother and the sacramental ecstasy of group worship. First, all the worshippers chant to her collectively and in their communal chant recount her different attributes. They offer to her the various gifts which are considered sacred by the community as basil, saffron, and all gifts of life and death. Next, they chant to her individually and offer particular gifts distinctive of each. Thus, the maidens offer her fruits and berries, brides offer her the rapture of the bridal prayer, mothers their travails of motherhood, and widows their wakeful hours of deep anguish. Thus, maidens, brides, mothers, widows first offer to the Great Mother their respective gifts, and then all chant together that they have offered to her all gladness and all grief, and invoke her by the names Ambika, Parvati. In this way, stress that the dread goddess stands for the feminine principles at work in the cosmos. Thus, there is an interaction of the individual and the communal, and all with the cosmic principle. Chanting of the hymn introduces a kind of trance, and the divine becomes a living presence of the time being. Thus, catharsis or release is provided for the emotions of fear, and a consciousness of social solidarity is engendered. This followed in the next two stanzas, which artisans, peasants, victors, vanquished, scholars, poets, priests, patriots offer their respective gifts to the great goddess and invoke her by her various other names. The hymn is a tribute to the Indianness of Sarojini because it is a very embodiment of the soul of India and the spiritual culture of her people.